Greetings, QCS build fans, and welcome back to the dark side. As you can see, we're crypto mining once more. So, we've got an update. So you can notice that this is the AsRock miner board that we were originally using out of what I would like to call Mining Rig 1.0. There's a problem with it. It likes to burn chips out, and I don't know why. So we've gone through two CPUs. We've gone through a 6500T, and we've gone through a 7600T. And in this board, and it's burned both of them out. I don't know. And I've turned the turbo off and everything, so it's just running straight 4 cores, 8 threads, and yep, it constantly just wants to burn chips out. So, yeah, this thing came out. What I've been running is kind of what I like to call Mining Rig 1.5. And so, we'll show a picture of it up here. But we took and we put, we pulled the B450 board out of one of the mining cases that we had running with the Tai Chi's running. So we pulled that out, put that in this one's place with the 2700X still installed in it, and we took and we're only able to hook up 6 CPUs. So we used two directly in the PCI Express slots and one in a 1 to 4 splitter riser card. And I ordered a couple of those cards, but there seems to be an addressing issue because we can't get more than one of those cards per board hooked up. So it was kind of like a good test rig because we were able to get all the 5700 XTs running on it. So it's been running 6 cards. We're running the 4 5700 XT Tai Chi cards, the 5700 XT Phantom Gaming that was in the server, that replaced the RX 590 that was in there. So if you go back to the Eisbaer Threadripper server, you'll see that the 590 went back and went in that machine, and that's been running awesome. We'll have a link below for that one. So, and it's been running the AsRock RX 580 X OC card. So it's been running those 6 cards, and it's run like a top. Absolutely zero issues, no cooling issues, no hard restarts, no nothing. It has totally ran like a clock for the last almost 6 weeks. So yeah, it's been great. So yeah, this came out. Yeah, there's issues with this. What exactly the issues are, I'm not entirely certain. But yeah, it just doesn't. Yeah, it just likes to burn chips out. And it occasionally likes to lock up for whatever reason. So whether it's thermal throttling or whatever, it just likes to freak out. So yep, this went bye-bye. So I guess this goes in the motherboard collection. So, but you can see we got a pair of EVGA SuperNOVA 1300G Plus power supplies. Now these power supplies are 92% efficient, 80 plus gold rated. These are just below the qualification for 80 plus platinum rating. But without the platinum tax, as it were. So these were actually a pretty good deal. I was gonna get what was I gonna get? I was gonna get the 1600s version, 1600 watt versions of these, but one 1600 watt was almost the same price as both of these. So that wasn't really quite cost per performance, that really wasn't that great, as it were. Yeah, I lose 400 watts of usable power, but well, 600 watts of usable power, but in all reality, it's like, the rig's probably not going to get much bigger than this, and it's a whole lot easier to add one more of these than it is to add a big 1600. So, because you're paying for that. Not only are you paying for the platinum tax, but you're also paying for basically the over 1350 watt tax. So the power supplies, as you go up, they get more expensive, but there's a big leap between like 1300, 1350 to 1500, 1600, 1800 watts. There's a huge price per watt jump on those, and so yeah, it's just not quite worth it. So for now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to change out our three APEVA 3000 watt Jupiter, or 3000 watt, our three 1000 watt APEVA Jupiter power supplies, and we're going to replace them with these two. And then later on, I'm going to take the X470 board that was in the other Radeon Mining Rig, and I'm going to pull that out, and I'm going to stick that as another board, and then we'll be able to run the rest of the RX 580. Should be able to run the rest of the RX 580s, the 570s on that. So we'll basically the goal is to have one rig that runs just RX 500 series and one rig that runs RX 5700s. So that's the plan. Alrighty, well, we'll get to building and show you the results. Okay, so we got this thing put together, and you're gonna see that there's a few more cards in there, and there's the big sapphire and archer sticking out. Anyways, let's go through this, and you'll see what we got going on here. Alright, so over here, this is the original kind of test rig that we had going. That's the B450 with the 2700X in it. And you can see our EVGA SuperNOVA 1300G+. And then, so this rig is running now our two 580s. It's running two AsRock 580s, a Sapphire 580 Nitro. So we got our Gigabyte, that's a 590 running in there. And then we've got our two MSI RX 570 Armor OC cards running there. So the other things that we've added here is we've got, so that is the X470 with our 3600X. So we've got, that's our other SuperNOVA. Okay. And you'll see that we took the whole motherboard tray and the entire back of one of the cases, or for the original Taichi rigs. I just drilled out the rivets and just pulled the whole thing out because it was easier than going through and actually like cutting and notching all this out. So yeah, it was just easier to do it that way. And this is actually the power and reset. It's actually set up so that this power button actually runs rig 1 and the reset button turns on and off rig 2. So, but we can see that we've got our 4 Taichis and our Phantom Gaming, and then we got our new Gigabyte over here. And one thing I did realize, now you've got enough power on the SuperNOVA to be able to run all six cards. but not enough to keep it from thermaling. So that's why, if you look back from ages ago, we got our Antec Edge 650 gold power supply running, and that's just running our two smaller 5700 XTs. So, but yeah, so you can see that we added some more fans, so everything runs pretty nice and cool for the most part. I think I need to take a couple of the Tai Chis apart and actually update the thermal compound on them. The other thing you can see is we've moved away from the table. We are now, I went out and I went to Home Depot and I bought this really nice Duramax table. Well, it's actually like a mobile workbench. So I bought that, and you can see I've got some, these are super heavy, like standing foam pads that I took and I cut to make it work. And I took one of my extra ProCurve HP switches and hooked it up because I was out of switch ports on my router, and so I took my other ProCurve end that I had laying around and hooked it up, so to be able to run everything. And it's, like I said, this thing runs totally awesome. Runs like a clock. I had zero issues with it. Actually, ever since I moved it over here about a week ago, I don't have to do anything with it. It's just turn it on and let it run. So, okay, so as you can see on the Rig 1, which is our RX 500 series cards, we're getting 122 mega hash roughly. And then you can see on our Rig 2, which is our 5700 XT rig, we're getting a little more than double that, so 281, almost 82 mega hash. So, which is really, really good. So actually, we're getting, now this isn't showing the Dark Fleet, and this is also not showing the my son's 5700 XT rig that's running. So with all that, you have got a grand total of 550 mega hash of total hashing power. So yeah, not bad, not too shabby. So and I think I'm gonna stop there. I don't think I'm gonna go any further than that at this point, because I really don't have a whole lot more room on the rig to be able to put more cards on it. Also, at the same time, I'm running out of power outlets in the office that can handle the current load for what that is pulling. That right now it has to run on two separate circuits, two separate 15 amp circuits to be able to keep it from tripping breakers. So that's one issue that I've run into, and I'm renting this place, so I can't do a whole bunch of electrical upgrades and everything. And then yeah, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna stop right there. I've got some RX 6600 XT cards coming in, and I'm gonna test them and see how they run as far as mining cards go. But I don't foresee actually like replacing my RX 500s with RDNA 2 6600s. I don't think I would get that much performance boost out of them, really, or profitability boost. So I don't think it would be that cost beneficial. So anyways, all right, well, that's it. So like, share, subscribe. If you like to follow up with more of this content, do go back and look at the unboxing for the SuperNOVA power supply, and go back and look at the Threadripper server.
which that one's kind of cool because that is it's a Threadripper and a 4U rack mount server chassis running liquid cooled 360 AIO, and that has been an awesome upgrade. So again, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.